So yes, our driver's side taillights are broken. The outer taillight, the replacement part hasn't arrived yet, so we're just gonna do the inner taillight for today. Let's get started. Hello and welcome to How to Helen, where you learn something different every day. In this episode, we will be replacing the inner taillights for this 2010 Mazda 3. Now, I was able to buy our replacement inner taillights from eBay. Let's start by opening the trunk, because we need to remove the inner taillights from the inside. From the inner part of the tailgate on the driver's side, remove the access panel on the driver's side inner tailgate. Use a panel removal tool. Slide it on this slot to open it so we can access the inside of the inner taillight. Before we continue, this is the replacement inner taillight. First thing we need to do is remove the pigtail connectors from the socket. We just have to press and pull out the wire connector from this bulb. Then we have two 10mm nuts that holds the taillight in place. So the 10mm nut is connected to this plastic alignment panel that holds the taillight in place. So we need to take that out. Then once we take it out, we can pull the whole inner taillight from the outside. So let's try that right now. So this is the wire socket and this is the pigtail wire connector. You just have to press this and pull it out. Now I'm just going to use a pick tool so I don't block your view. So push it in and pull. More, there you go. So the wire connector's out. Next, I'm using a pass-through 10mm socket wrench to take out the nuts holding the taillight in place. Alright, I hope I'm not blocking the view. So take out this portion with the alignment plastic tool, and here's the other 10mm nut with the alignment tool. Okay. Okay, it's stuck on the internal liftgate trim, so we're just gonna pull it out from the outside. Use some plastic trim tool so we don't damage the paint and peel out the inner taillights. Okay, raise it up a bit so it doesn't hit the outer taillight. There you go. Ta-da! So the inner alignment trim fell in, so don't forget to pick that up so it doesn't get lost inside the liftgate trunk. Here's a side-by-side comparison of the old inner taillight and the replacement inner taillight. So what I'm going to do is take out the nuts with the alignment trim that's on the new one, and we're going to insert it later from the inside. Now let's put in the new replacement inner taillight. So we're just going to slide in the inner taillight from the outside. Alright, now let's install it from the inside. So I'm going to start with the bottom one, and you can move the taillight around to get it in. Sorry if I'm blocking. Right, that's one. And this is the second one. Let me put that wire connector out of the way. Sorry. Alright, that's two. I'm gonna start by hand tightening it first so I don't cross thread. Let me do this again. So slight correction or update in my process of installing the inner taillight. So I put back the nut with the alignment plastic tool that's on the inner taillight, so it should help lock the inner taillight in place. So that might be what we need to do. So slide in the inner taillight on this side because there's a grip for the frame. So slide it in this way, then push in from the inside. There you go. Now it's locked in place. Now we can tighten it from the inside. Check that the inner taillight is aligned in place. Then when you are sure, tighten the two 10mm nuts. Just tighten it snug and try not to over tighten it. Now let's reconnect the wiring harness. You should hear a snap when it locks in place. Now let's test it first. So I'm inside the vehicle to turn it on to make sure that the taillights are working. So start. Turn the lights on. Reverse. Park. Hazards. Hopefully everything works. And don't forget to put back your inner taillight trim cover. So slide it in and lock it in place. And we're done. And that is how to replace the inner driver's side taillight for this 2010 Mazda 3. This has been another episode of How to Helen. My name's Jeff, and thank you for watching. And that is how to replace the broken inner taillight for this 2010 Mazda 3. This has been another episode of How to Helen. My name's Jeff, and thank you for watching. And that is how to replace the broken for this 2010 Mazda 3. And that is how to replace the broken inner taillight driver's side. And that is how to replace the broken inner driver's side taillight. And that is how to replace the inner. And don't forget to put back your inner trim cover. Your taillight trim cover. So yes, seems like our inner taillights is broken. So yes, our driver's side taillights. So yes, our driver's side taillight. So yes, our driver's side taillight. The outer taillight replacement part hasn't. So yes, our driver's side taillight. So yes, our driver's side taillights are broken. The outer taillight, the replacement hasn't arrived yet. So on the inner part of the vehicle or of the liftgate, use a panel removal tool. Slide it in on the slot provided on the inner taillight trim and open it up to remove it. Before we continue, this is the replacement inner tail. With the inner taillight aligned in place, let's tighten the two 10mm nuts. Just tighten it snug and don't ever. Then let's reconnect the LED bulb bar.